We are interested in regenerating the area, creating jobs and doing something that makes the citizens of Dumbarton proud of where they live. It's a unique, small, but I would say perfectly formed company. We've got 2 employees, but we've got a board, a rich board of both private and public servants who give of their time freely and with passion to try and help regenerate the area.
I've been involved in this project since the outset for over the last 20 years. Through the initial phases, unfortunately, of the closure of the J&B bottling plant. So I'm obviously delighted at the progress that's been made and the position we've achieved over that long and successful period, but at times difficult period. It's a credit to all of those that have been involved, the initial partnership between Scottish Enterprise, West Dumbartonshire, the local businesses, Diageo, we shouldn't overlook their involvement in it and their commitment to it, the local MP and of course the previous chairman, John McFall, who was the MP at the time and who was instrumental in the setting up of Strathleven Regeneration Company.
There was approximately 500 jobs lost just before 2000 and our goal was to replace these jobs, replenish these jobs. I think we did set ourselves some very ambitious targets about job creation. I'm pleased to say that we've exceeded all these targets. We've got the BBC on site at River City now. Agreco have relocated to the site. Things been built. There's the Premier Inn, there's the Euro garages, there's the Costa. So we've created a number of other jobs there too, which mean in total we've created more jobs now than were actually lost when the J&B plant closed, which I think is a great story.
A key aspect to this project, which we're very proud of, I'm certainly very proud of, is minimal public sector money has been invested in this, and we've heard figures of over 100 million of investments been made, and certainly to my knowledge the public sector investment's been less than £1 million, so fantastic in terms of leverage. It's also a credit to the Walker Group, who became our partners in 2004 and stuck with us over the financial crash of 2008, and without that the progress might not have been as significant.
The partnership has worked extremely well. We obviously bring the commercial experience to the table. SRC own the land and have a very specific goal in mind in terms of what they were looking for from the site. What we've sought is something a little bit special, involved in things like putting the stag roundabout together, push the boundaries of what occupiers would otherwise have perhaps accepted, to improve the amenity of the site and make it a site for the local people and the local area. But we've worked well. I think each party to the joint venture has recognised what each other brings to the table.
We've had a unique partnership with the Walker Group, the house building group. I think they've been patient, considerate, commercial and professional in the way they've worked with us, but we found a way of building nearly 400 houses on site. As at the end of 2018 we stopped that development agreement. Walkers have essentially finished all the house building and developed the whole site, and it now is solely Strathleven Regeneration Company's aim, our responsibility to further develop the last remaining bits of the site.
It was pretty clear to me, watching from a distance, that this was one of the very small number of partnerships that were working very well. They set their own goals, their objectives, which were a combination of private sector and public sector and community sector objectives. All those objectives and key performance indicators have been met and exceeded, so the partnership has already done everything it planned to do, with the exception of developing the 2 remaining plots. One is a smaller site, it's about 2.5 acres, which is close to the service area. The second one is a bigger one in the frontage area of Agreco. That's about 20 acres of land, substantial. So we're looking to talk to a number of different inquirers about how we might develop the master plan with them in name. So we're looking at, for example, the possibility of mixing office development, industrial development, destination planning, because it's a very popular and important roundabout. We all know that these days. It's become very clear that the service area has become successful in terms of drawing in customers heading further north. So we're weighing up the possibility of destination planning on there. We're looking at craft breweries, craft distilleries, garden centres, a whole range of different operations. All have one thing in common, and this is vital to Strathleven. The one thing in common is they're going to be creating and protecting jobs.